Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Resonant Rise plus Greg Tech. I'm Illusion like usual. So basically, I'm picking up right where I left off last episode. We just kind of got this thing set up and ready to go, but haven't done anything with it. Brought some water over to get this fixed. Basically, I spent the last time between episodes just crafting. So that's what I kind of just did that off camera. Had to make 2 trips to the nether to get more nether quartz. First trip I brought back like 250, 300 nether quartz, and then had to go back and get more. So you'll see why we needed all that nether quartz. So first off, I want to get a partition editor for applied logistics. Let's get that going. The matrix. There we go. Okay. So I'll just stick you right here. And let me grab a bucket. Oh, I had a water bucket. Is that a real water bucket? Yes. Not like the fake sewage water bucket last time. So let's get this thing filled in. So you also notice that right here, I do have a cover right there. That's why it's kind of throwing the pattern off, but or it's not being a connected texture. But I got a plan for that. So let's get this thing filled up. And one other thing I need. Grab some iron. Gas nozzle. That's not what I wanted. While I'm doing this, let me clarify something. I'm not making this reactor because we're short on power. That's not it at all. We have tons of power. That big reactor outputs 42,000 RF a tick. 42000. So we're not short on power. I'm just making this because it's fun. So I don't know if I said that well enough earlier, but yeah, that's the reason. When I tested this in a single player, the thermometer did not work very well outputting a redstone signal, but I'm still going to grab one because so I can see what temp it is. That's pretty cheap. And okay, I can put that iron up. So I'm going to put the will it still read here? Nah, it won't read correctly there. I guess I can just put it like right here. So I can see it through the glass. Alright, so let's get this guy filled in. And I'm just going to go ahead and put this control rod. I'll come up with that later. So let me get this filled in. Okay, got it all filled in with water. Got a nice little water lake there. I'll just stick you there for come back get you later. Next is you saw me make that partition editor. The partition editor is for this thing right here, 64K fluid storage. So that should be almost done. I've got most of the parts made. And next, what else we're going to need? We're going to need some hazmat suits. Ooh, I hope we got enough wool. Ran out of wool earlier. Yep, there we go. Just make like a stack. So we're good there. And some hazmat boots. Alright, so we got a hazmat suit now, which we're gonna need. Now I am going to cheat, but not too bad. The reason I'm going to cheat is I need a Steam bottle to pre-format this drive. Steam. Okay. So I cheated a little bit, but I didn't use it. Basically, I needed that Steam just to partition this drive. So we're going to stick you in here. And next, funnels. Made 25, 26, only need 25 Steam funnels. That one I don't need to cover, but I'm going to cover it just for the sake of a visual appearance. Come on now. Get in there. Okay. Really? Dang it. Go get another orange block. Ceramic. Okay. Alright, let's jump back down here. So basically what we're going to do is capture the steam coming off this thing with these steam funnels. And I'm going to put it into our AE system. So let's get rid of this. That. Still need you out. Okay, next portion. 25 fluid import buses. That's why I had to keep going to the nether to get. Well, isn't that interesting? Oh, there you go. Okay, so I want to leave a little space because I need to put that control rod in. And probably put it in right there if I have to. Ooh, I kind of painted myself into a corner here, didn't I? Okay, so I'm going to kind of leave those off for right now. Grab some ME cable. So I need to make a little bit. Hook this up. Okay, cool. Cool deal. So the reason I'm choosing to store in applied energistics is that's the biggest storage medium that I can have is a 64K. Actually, let's check that. The extra cells might go up higher. Uh, No, it doesn't. The fluid storage doesn't go up with the extra cells, just the item storage. Okay. So basically, this is the biggest storage tank that I can get, and that's including a railcraft tank, um, even railcraft steam or steel max size. It still is not going to be as much as this. So this is what we did. All right. So let me. All right. Let's get on our hazmat suit. Let's go make a couple fizzle rods. And I'm going to auto craft something else while I do that. I need wireless, I want a transmitter, and a receiver. Okay, must be smooth stone. Thought I put that in the auto crafter. Okay. So we got that. Alright, so let's get a fizzle rod. Okay. I'm going to grab 2 for now. I'm going to grab a export bus. Oh, that's import. Precision export bus, please. Make one of those. Thank you. Alright. Run under here. A little platform. Get that there. This is going to be the receiver. I may have to get the screwdriver. This is going to be... it worked. Nice. And I'm going to set this to 100. Move single items. Activate once per pulse. So, the way I have this working, at least I plan, let me grab a lever. Let's do a little testing before we do this hardcore. Okay, so set it to 100. Actually, I should be using a button, but that's okay. So if I flick it once, that should be activating, and this should do once per pulse. Okay, cool. So it looks like it's working. Be better with a button, but you know, we'll get that working. Grab a stone button. Okay. So let me go ahead and throw this control rod in there, because when I tested this, this warmed up to a nice temperature even with the control rod and just stayed in the same place. But I can't fly because I don't have a jetpack on. Okay. So I'm just going to put you there. And we're just going to give this a quick little test run and see how we do. Okay, so it's inserted. Shift right click on it. So we're warming up pretty well. Looks like that's going to be a max temp of 727 with the control rod next to it. Okay, looks like it's going to hold about 685. Even better. Now look at this. 10,000 liters a second of output. So I guess that thermometer's not close enough, so it's not working. So let's jump up here. Oh, run so slow. Wow. That is a lot of steam. You can see how much we have already coming in there. So there's no way that a steel or any of a dynamic tank can hold that much steam. So that's 14,000 bytes out of 65,000 bytes. So it's approaching already a fourth full right now. Craziness. And when it starts moving around, my eyes can focus on how many numbers there are, I'll let you know. So let's clean this up a little bit. I need to fix that. So we need to finish putting these on too. That's above there, but I'm still going to put it anyway, just so it looks uniform. Alright. Need to fix that thermometer. But coming under here and shift right clicking on it, I can take a good look at it. And you can see this is how much time we have left in the run cycle. So it's not going to make it through a complete run cycle before we run out of space. So I'm going to put this in here. So basically, once we get to a point where we can have more storage or whatever, I can hit that button we set up over there. This will only insert one fuel rod into here and will automatically turn itself on. Pretty cool, huh? So now we have a metric crap ton of steam. But we're going to do lots of cool things with the steam. So, cool. So let me finish filling that up, and I'm going to pull this fizzle rod out, and then I'll bring you back, and we'll see what we can do next. Alright, and we're back. So, I just finished running. I just stopped it, and you can see it didn't take a whole lot out of the rod. So if I go into here, you'll see what it's capped out at, which is 16 million. So I just pulled up the wiki real quick, and a max size steel tank, 9 by 9 by 8 tall, can hold 20 million. So the absolute max size of steel tank could hold more, 4 million more, but how many stacks of steel would I have to throw at that to get it and take out that much space? So I think for the size to material investment, I think this is a better deal. And to store only 4 million more buckets, to have a huge tank in here, I don't know if it's worth it. Down the road, when we start getting more crazier ideas, or I start getting more crazier ideas, it might happen. Might happen. So, we have all this steam, so let's do something with the steam. Can't do exactly what I want with it yet, but we're getting close to it. So let me pull up this. So I got the big reactors mod. I just put in big, but actually the big reactors mod. So you can see here's the reactor casing and everything. That's the thing we have built right now. Well, so this is the newest version of big reactors. or one of the newest versions, Big Reactors has added a turbine housing. So they've actually added a big turbine to this mod, and it looks super cool. So, but the thing you need to make it is you have to have cyanide. So cyanide is a byproduct of running the big reactor. So that's why I've been trying to let it run as much and not use any other fuel source, is to get the most out of this so we can start making this turbine housing. So that will be the next stage in here, but as funny as it sounds, I gotta use more power. Yeah, so we just gotta start wasting some power. So that's gonna go up here. So let's go upstairs and let me make as much of it as I can. Maybe one more thing too. Huh, cool. That's what I wanted, but just make another armor stand. What happened? Oh, shoot, I'm gonna die. Yeah. Do not keep uranium in your inventory. I don't have any milk. Sorry, it'll wear off. Okay. So we got that going. So let's make as much of this as we can. We'll kind of get an idea of how big it's going to be. So let's, how many graphite do I have? 51. So that'll only give us 32. Not much. So you need it to at least be, I think, 5 wide. Is enough room to get in there? Yeah, we'll take it. We'll move it back some. Don't need to cramp the room up too much. 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so the reason it needs to be 5 is, say, right there. So you have a shaft, a turbine shaft, which is right there. So you have a shaft going down here, and then you have to have blades on each side. So I think 5 is the minimum you're going to have to do. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's make it 5 blades long. Then you need a 6th one for a coil. And that. So that will be, well, it's almost to the end. That will be the size of our turbine housing. So we have 1 blade, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the gold coil there. So if you have not seen the mod spotlight, go check it out. Akko, the builder, just put out one a few days ago, maybe a week now. That's really good, and he kind of did some experimenting with the mod and different setups. And this is where, that's how I first found out about that this was coming to Resonant Rise when it updated. So cool, that's going to be another source of our power generation once we get some more cyanide running through. So actually the shaft would be here. So have to be a little bit taller, but that's cool. Cool. So that's going to be our work in progress to make in the future. So, while we're talking about power generation, I guess I'll go ahead and spoil what else we can do. So what else runs on steam? Perhaps a large steam turbine. Yeah, that's kind of fun. So we're going to make one of those too. Probably put it over there, but we got to get some more resources coming through. So I got an idea on a way to expend some more fuel. So let me go get some pieces together and I'll bring you back. Alright, we're back. So when we updated the pack to 2.7, a couple mods got pulled out. One of those mods that got pulled out was compact solars. So remember we had those 2 MVs and 1 LV solar panel outside creating power to send to the mass fabricator. Well, since those got deleted, then they're no longer running, and it's just running off a handful of mechanism solar panels. So, okay, well, it is what it is. So, we need to expend some power from the big reactor. Let's just send it to the mass fabricator. So I'm making some ultimate universal cable to convert from redstone energy conduit over to EU. I don't know how much power it's going to need, so I'm just going to make the top tier universal cable and hope for the best kind of thing. Also thought about making. It's like, well, let's just make two mass fabricators. But since GregTech, recipes changed a lot, and honestly, this recipe does not look that bad. It's doable, with the exception of this Lapatronic energy orb, because I have not made any iridium and reinforced plates. I have not made any iridium at all, actually, if you want me to be honest. So let's do that. I still have this NFE sitting right here, doing a whole lot of nothing. So now that thing should be running pretty quick. Not really sure. I have to do some conversions in my head that I don't feel like doing, but that should be getting nearly all the power it can accept. One other thing that I did between the breaks, where's the other one? I told you to craft 2 of them. Not sure. Sometimes the AE system likes to troll me. Whatever. So I just made 2 more of the storage shells. So we can store up a little bit more power. Alright, so let's configure you. You, the right side, should be outputting, and you should be inputting from the left slot. Yeah? So it should be happening. You should be outputting to the right. There we go. And we're just going to keep that outputting to 3. And then you should be inputting from the left slot. You should be inputting from the face, outputting to the right. And we'll just crank all these up. Okay, cool. So we've just added 2 more storage cells, which will make this thing run a little bit more, which should just finish running. So that way we can probably expend some more power and hopefully get some more cyanide so we can finish up that beauty right there. So looks like that'll be the end of episode whatever number we're on. Thanks for joining me again. Be sure to subscribe. Thank you for all the new subscribers and followers in the comments, and it's just cool to hear from you and have different ideas and different comments. Why are you not importing? Hello. Oh, I'll sort that out. Anyway, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time.